Hello everybody. I am going to be doing a project this whole month and this is the beginning of it. Okay, so right now it is February 1st and I'm doing Febdrewary with one of my friends, which does not roll off the tongue very well. But there are prompts every single day for this month and I thought I would challenge myself. I don't draw a lot, I don't paint, especially, and I really want to practice my watercolors. So the friend I'm doing this with is in the US, but she came to Australia recently, which was amazing. She brought me a bunch of stuff, including one of these little mini like sketchbook things that is good for watercolor. She brought me a couple of these and I'm excited. I'm just gonna do little line drawings every day, and then every few days I'm going to be adding watercolor to them so I can practice. So maybe like every 3 days, something like that. So maybe I'm cheating a little bit with my challenge to myself, but I feel like I don't want to waste time. I'll just do things at the same time. So yeah, I'm going to be doing line drawings with micron pens and then adding watercolor to them. Let's see how this goes. I'm not well versed in any of this, but I really wanted to challenge myself, so I'm excited. Let's get going. So this is the format of how it's gonna go. I am going to show you day by day what the prompt is, and then I am going to sketch it out, usually with pencil first. I did a few where I just kind of went for it, as you can see throughout the entire process. There will be points where things are a bit different. Welcome to day 2. I have my matcha because I have no energy today, even though it's mid-afternoon. I went swimming today. I saw a ray in the water. Yeah, let's draw. Definitely what I was striving for with this project was fun, short drawings, not perfection at all. Definitely more sketchy and unique. Day 3. Painting day. This is why I feel like the title is a bit misleading. But yeah, I just feel like I don't want to like always clean up everything and waste things and whatever. That's just my opinion. I'm using these brushes. They're from Blick in the US. My friend brought me them, so if you want to go pick them up, this is them. And I'm using my little paint set, which is perfect. This is it. I love it. Let me show you inside. That's the colors. Very excited to use this. Okay, let's do it. So first day of painting, I started off by drawing out my word for tiny, and I think a lot of these are up to interpretation. It's fun to kind of think of a new idea for the prompt. And yeah, with painting, I think this is where I started. I was a bit nervous because I'm just not well versed in any type of painting, even though I know watercolor is a bit more simple. I feel like I did do a pretty good job just starting out, like blending colors. I wasn't really confident in my blending skills, to be honest, but I love how it turned out. I made a purple, I made, you know, the bright blue a little bit softer, and these things are just a learning process, and I was really excited to learn painting, and I feel like at least this helped me at the beginning. Even though at first I was really feeling like I wasn't good at blending, and so I kind of stopped for a bit and just did like one color. Unfortunately, I think a lot of this is about confidence, and sometimes I don't have that, especially when it comes to handmade stuff like painting and drawing. But yeah, this was definitely a challenge. This is more of my sketching phases. This, I would say, is the point in which I was still more inspired. You'll see as it goes on, it definitely gets rougher with the prompts and the ideas, and drawing every day was really a good discipline exercise. It really gave me something to do every day and let me sit down and have some time, and I would play music and just sit there and sketch things out. For this one, the paper one, I didn't know what to do, so I figured I would just save it for the painting, which I do throughout the process as well. I just save it if I don't have an idea. So here is where I decided to blend out the colors for the paper one to just make it something interesting, and I don't think I did a very good job. So yeah, this was definitely where like the confidence was lacking in the blending department. It has been such a busy week, so I'm a day behind. So let's do 2. From here on out, unfortunately, is where you will catch me lacking. I had a lot of days that I skipped, not really consecutively. They're just a lot of like 2-day things. So I would just skip one day here and there. So it wasn't very disciplined as I wanted to be, but you know, what can you do? Life gets busy. So yeah, it was fun still here to be exploring, I would say, at this phase. I was exploring with the way I was drawing as well. I just didn't know how detailed to be or how simple I wanted to be. And then painting was still pretty fun here. I feel like I was definitely learning at this point on how to do different methods, like flooding the paper with water before, sometimes just dipping my brush in a little bit, sometimes dipping it in more, blending out color, just a lot of different things. I learned a little bit about watercolor methods, and they're all pretty simple, so it is fun. And I think because I was doing simple drawings, I didn't have as much space to interpret the prompts if they were a bit more simple, so that's okay. And then I ran out of paper in the little sketchbook. It was only 10 sheets, so I had to start using bigger paper that was watercolor. So for this one, transparent, I had no idea what to do. So honestly, I just wrote the word transparent and I thought about it later. Just like with those simple prompts, sometimes I'm like, what should I draw, you know? Another day of doing 2. There's just so many things that happened. You know, the cutting up of the paper became part of the process every day, and it was just a whole thing. And I will also say that this is where my confidence started picking up. I felt like this was really my stride, doing different things, trying new things, even if they didn't always work out. So yeah, this one was fun. I loved the oranges that I did in here. I would also say if you're planning to do something like this and work with micron pens and watercolor, to wait maybe a little bit longer, maybe a day, with the micron pens before painting if you're doing it that way, because this one did feel a bit smudgy. And I wouldn't say that micron pens are necessarily smudgy. I do love them, but I'm left-handed, so I definitely have experience with accidentally swiping something or whatever, so give it a little bit of time. But yeah, this was fun. For the transparent part, I finally figured out what to do here. I just decided to do like a little smoke thing. But yeah, inspiration strikes sometimes just when I'm painting, because painting day feels a little bit more creative than just sitting down and doing the little drawing just for one day, because like I said, I want to do these quickly. Like this one was a bit more detailed. This was probably the one that took me the longest, but I do really appreciate the simplicity of the drawings. I was a little bit scared of this one because it had to be spooky, so I was like, I should do a skull, and I didn't know what I was doing. But I actually think that the painting sometimes helped my drawing when my drawing was very basic, kind of dumb, whatever. I ended up doing a sweater for this one, and I honestly hated it. I don't like that one. I think it looks sloppy. The skull on this one, rad, loved it. And then the little ice cream one was just like I was trying something different with the way I was drawing, and honestly, I don't like how it turned out. Have to do 2 days today. Unfortunately, you're just not gonna like everything you do, but I think that's what's great about a whole month of practice every single day. It shows you what your strengths are, it shows you what your weaknesses are, and it just brings you into a mind space of creating. And so I really love that about it, about the challenge aspect. Like right after that last set, not loving it as much, I liked these 3 and I liked painting them. Even though I used a lot of gray tone in a lot of what I was doing, I just found it calming and fun to do at this point in the challenge. Like for the trash bag, I used paint to make shadow and make creases, and I was really proud of myself for that. Even though it was a simple drawing, it just looks fun to me. So this is where I hit a bit of a wall, I'll be honest. I did not know what I wanted to do from here. I'm feeling so uninspired, so let's make something happen today. So day 23, I thought, okay, let me kick my own butt and actually do something bigger than just a one little thing, like that stupid little chain drawing. So I decided to actually do a little feast, even though I was intimidated by it, and I thought it ended up really cute and simple. And then painting it was, of course, really fun. So the last 3 were so small and easy and tiny, like I was even drawing smaller because I was uninspired. But then the feast drawing was a little more fun and expressive and cartoony, and just, I don't know, I loved it. Coming up to the final days, I was behind. The last 4 days, technically I was behind. So yeah, I did 2 of them in one day, and then by the last day of February, I did the last 2. So I felt like I was really, really getting way better at blending. I loved this eye one, just blending out like skin tone and just different ways I could do stuff. I just felt like I was really experimenting. It's the last day and I'm behind again, of course. So I have 2 days to do. I'll paint and then we'll be done. Okay, so the last day, I made it here, even through all of the trials and tribulations and feeling uninspired and getting behind and staying behind, honestly. And then I made it to this drawing, which my last drawing was my favorite. It ended up being my favorite. I love it so much. When I started painting, I just felt like I could make it something really cute, and I don't know, like maybe I found what I wanted to do right on the last day, and maybe that's dumb of me, but oh well. I made it there, and I think that I'm proud of myself, especially with shadows, especially with blending. Like I know what to do now, and I'm ready. I'm ready to do more. And here they all are. I'm so proud of them. I love them. Look how cute. Okay, so there you have it. Those were the 28 days of Febdrewary. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm not sure exactly what I learned. I feel like I did improve my skills with watercolor for sure, and I'm excited to do something a little bit bigger. Try to do like a bigger painting, one painting, instead of these like small drawings, but it definitely helped me in my journey of practicing, so it was worth it, I think. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Okay, I just finished working on it, and now I am working on making them into phone wallpapers. How cute is this? Check it out. They're available on my Patreon now at the $1 level.